Well, banks are getting nervous about credit card lending, and they're starting to cut back. They're slashing credit limits, even canceling cards, which is rough for consumers who rely on credit. I-Team consumer investigator Randy Mack joins us now with that story. Randy.
Carolyn, as you mentioned, the banks are certainly buckling down, but there are some things that people can do to try to keep their credit limits and their credit cards.
Nearly 60% of consumers carried credit card debt before coronavirus. And now, with sky-high unemployment, that number is only expected to rise.
For a lot of people, a credit card is an emergency fund of sorts.
Industry expert Ted Rossman says when credit card lenders get nervous, they reduce their risk. Here's how. Banks will start to cancel dormant accounts.
So the worry is that somebody who maybe never used this particular card then loses their job, gets into trouble, and runs up a lot of charges that they may not be able to pay back.
If you want to keep your card, Rossman says start using it, even for small purchases. It can help you trick the bank's algorithm into thinking your usually dormant card is an active one. Rossman says banks will also start slashing credit limits on cards that are close to maxing out.
There's the distress side of things, where if people are really up against their means, banks are worried that they might not get paid back.
To keep your credit limit, Rossman says pay down your balance, even a little bit. He says banks are more comfortable if there's wiggle room between your credit limit and what you owe. And finally, Rossman says if you are struggling to pay your credit card bill, call and ask for help. Don't ignore the problem.
What you don't want to do is fall behind, because then you're in defensive mode and they're not going to be as generous with you.
Now, if you can't pay your credit card bill due to coronavirus, make sure that you call your credit card company and you let them know that. That way, they can't report any missed payments to the 3 credit bureaus that exist out there, and that would affect your credit score. Reporting live in Chino Hills, I'm Randy Mack for NBC4. Mike, back to you.
All right, Randy, appreciate it. Thank you.